Moms Who Dare Empty Nest community. I hear many moms speak of the sadness and loss they experience when their kids leave home. The sadness and loss is real. However, with some simple mindset shifts and the right support, you can discover opportunities and reasons to feel grateful for this life transition. Hi, everyone. I'm Jody Silverman, Empty Nest Life Coach, speaker, and host of In the Nest with Jody. And today, we have two fellow empty nest moms who have co-authored an amazing book called The Empty Nest Companion. In addition to being empty nesters, both Briget and Susan are fellow certified professional coaches. Briget has 2 daughters, Susan has 2 sons, and they're here today to help share with any mom who's watching and feeling stuck in that loss of empty nest, that there are many reasons for being thankful and grateful for this new season of your life. Hello, Susan and Briget.
Hello, Jody.
Welcome to In the Nest. Thank you for agreeing to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God, my pleasure. So I want to get right into how you met and then how this amazing, I'm going to call it a resource. This is a resource for the sad empty nester and a reminder for those who have even gone through the sadness. So share how you two met.
Sure.
And then you'll tell how the book came to be.
I can start off with that. So a few years ago, I started my journey in becoming a coach, and I joined IPEC, and that is where I met Briget. So we went through this 9-month coaching program together, and we did a lot of buddying up there. To tell you the truth, we pretty much clicked instantly. We kind of knew from the get-go that there was something big and great between us. We just knew as, friends and lifelong friends. Fast forward a couple years past that, I had, done the final stage of the empty nest. Both my kids now were out of college. I had moved to Florida from Maryland, and I had a woe is me moment. That's the only way that I can describe it. And Bridge was a couple years ahead of me with the empty nest, and I actually called upon her as a friend and actually as a fellow coach to help me get out of my rut. And the more we talked, the more we realized how much we had in common of the feelings we felt through the empty nest. And, Bridge was a little bit ahead of me, but yet some of these feelings were raw. Some of these feelings were still, very, very real. And I was very raw. So I started journaling, and I was telling Bridge, that I was journaling and writing down my emotions. And it just dawned on us like, wow, we can't be the only ones going through this. And so we know that there were some other empty nest books out there, but we wanted to do something from a coach's perspective and do a different spin on it. So for me personally, the book was part therapeutic, but part coach. And for me, it was an amazing journey. And I know I'm not going to speak for Bridge. I know it was an amazing journey for her. It took us a year. And we're really super proud of our product. We're super proud of what we've done. And we've gotten a lot of great feedback. So,
and as you should be. I mean, the book is that. It is it's stories of real empty nest moms and raw, real stories, because all of us handle and move through empty nest in different ways. And empty nest isn't just when your child graduates high school, or goes to college or moves into the world and then gets married. And then, Briget and I were talking right before this, Susan, also, you weren't here yet, that there's many phases of emptiness, and there's many, you get through one phase and then another one hits you. And that's why you call it a companion.
Exactly. And part of our messaging in the book is to be nimble, because to your point, every phase, there might be another challenge that you might have to take a step back and figure out, now how do I move forward? There's new things that happen in lives. People move away, people get new jobs. There's new significant others in your children's lives. And so the dynamics might change, but at the end of the day, you're still, parent and child, and it's up to you to figure out the most, advantageous way to remain involved and to continue moving forward. But it is an evolving process, and that is one of the biggest messages in the book, and it'll continue.
And I'm gonna ask Briget a question in a second, but I want to lead into it with, I mean, on page 14, I was just like, there's a drop of mic moment. I'm like, these two, this page is what led me to reach out to you both, okay, and ask you to be guests. The headline is "Look Back but Move Forward." Our job as parents never ends. I mean, done. There's nothing else to say to a mom, but that never ends. But it does shift based on our children's needs. Although we may long for the days when our children were young and we were the center of the universe, let's remember that just because they are young adults doesn't mean they don't need us. They do, but in a different way. I mean, I could go on and on and on. So this episode is to remind moms of gratitude. I always talk, those who know me well in my community, those who've coached with me know there's gratitude in every mess. An empty nest can be a mess. It can make you feel like you're a mess. So Briget, we talked about finding gratitude in empty nest, and some moms are like, oh, stop it. Gratitude. You're grateful your kids aren't home? Yes, it's our job. So I'm gonna let you take over and talk a little bit about what we mean by finding gratitude and how that could look and feel.
Yes, thank you, Jody. And one of the things that I think of when you've said looking for gratitude in the empty nest is there is so much to life that we have to look forward to. One of the things with the empty nest, like we've just been talking about, is it's a process. It's not just one day. It happens over a period of time. It even starts happening when our little ones, when we wave goodbye on the bus, when they go off for kindergarten or first grade, right? And now we're at the point where our children have left the nest. And one of the things that I have so much gratitude about is a relationship that I have with my two daughters. And they now are 33 and 32 years old. And with that age comes a lot of wisdom for them and for me. And we're able to share a lot more than we did before. Mm-hmm. Our conversations are very deep. And as you can imagine, in this environment today, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
So that's where I am with gratitude. And I'm very thankful I have been able to leave my job, move down closer to the girls, and share in their lives with their husbands and their families. So it's been great.
And you're a grandmom now.
I'm a grandmother. I have 3 grandchildren. Just had a new granddaughter on September 22nd.
Awesome. But you talk about it's and Susan talked about this too, about having gratitude for where you are right now, where they are, who they are. I'm enjoying having a more of an adult relationship with my children. That doesn't mean I don't miss. I have moments of missing that being together all the time. I mean, my daughter hasn't lived at home since she walked out the door for college. And that was back in 2014. So she has never lived at home. So yeah, I miss that, but it's a gift. And Susan talked about, other ways of gratitude. You mentioned gratitude to be able to explore new career and or volunteer opportunities. You became a coach.
Yeah.
I became a coach after.
I became a coach after. Yeah.
And so did I. So, it's grateful for having adult relationships with our children. Grateful that you can explore new volunteer opportunities. Anybody want to add any more that they can think of off the top? Go ahead, Briget.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, Jody, with those volunteer opportunities, it's a fantastic time of life. And I've gone to the College of William and Mary, and I'm an executive partner there in the MBA program. And that's been fabulous to explore. I've also had the opportunity to work at the House of Mercy and also be a member of Toastmasters and be on the board there. And that's fantastic to be able to have time and that opportunity to share my gifts and to be able to share in others' gifts that they can give more knowledge, more wisdom to me, and I can learn from all of that too.
Yeah, it's grateful to have the opportunity to explore who you are, who you could be. I'm going to ask one more. Well, I had a whole thought that just left my mind. It was had to do with the gratitude of exploring who you are and volunteering. And yes, I'm having a menopause moment on our show. It just left me. But I mean, I guess the bottom line is when you do give yourself the permission to explore new, whether it's volunteering, a hobby, or a possible career move, I know it. You become more interesting to your children, your adult children too.
Absolutely.
I find your conversations elevate and they're proud of you.
Yeah. Case in point with this book. I mean, my kids were proud. So there's all these great new dimensions in our relationship. And to Bridget's point, as they become, who they are as adults and young adults, we are moving forward. We have to move forward with that process, because if we get stuck with the mindset of keeping them in the box of, that 17, 18, 19-year-old, we're never going to allow that shift to occur. And so we have to be nimble and, be grateful for the times we had as they were growing up, but embrace who they are becoming, because only then can you then morph into these unbelievable new relationships. To Bridget's point, I have like amazing, deep, conversations with my sons now, conversations that we didn't have when they were teenagers. But so we have to open up to that and move along their journey with them. And
yeah, that was just, well, we're dropping the mic right there, because that was so well said. So, because we could sit here, I could sit here for hours, and we'll come back. We're going to do this again, I promise. But until we do, for anybody watching, if people want to connect with you or purchase a book, and I'm going to put links, here's the book, everybody. What's the best way to connect with you or purchase a book or?
It's on Amazon. So okay. The Empty Nest Companion on Amazon, both as an ebook and as a regular book. And also we have a Facebook page, so the Empty Nest Companion.
Perfect. And they can connect with both of you through the Facebook page. I'll put that link there too. Awesome. Absolutely. Thank you both. Thank you both for sharing.
For having us.
And the positives of this. And thank you for creating such an amazing, amazing book.
Thank you, Jody.
I just love having these empty nest conversations with other moms who've discovered that there is fun and opportunity waiting for us. So for those of you tuning in, let's connect. For more about this show, to have me speak at a future event, or discuss possible collaborations, hop on over to Jody Silverman. Be sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're a mom who has kids in high school and beyond, and you're not in the Moms Who Dare private Facebook group, what you waiting for? Head to Facebook now, find Moms Who Dare. Next week, we're gonna kick off the month of December. Episodes all about kindness and positivity. But until then, stay well and dare on.